we're changing the name of the game to Creativerse, right?
Oh my god.
Whoa. Where the heck are we?
That's right. Something's happened.
This is different.
I think, no, our chair and desk has stayed exactly the same, but there's been extensive construction behind us.
Yes.
Keeping only our desk and computer the same.
Yes.
Is that what happened?
A lot of remodeling. It was really noisy there for a while. So you may get some dust coming at you through your speakers. Pardon our dust.
That's right. Actually, no, why are we here? So we usually come to you from the main Playful studio building, but as our wonderful little family is growing, we're starting to need a little more space, and so we're in a different room now, but no problem. We will
still be streaming all the good stuff that we stream. We have a lot of really cool stuff to show you guys today. We've been teasing this for a while now on social media, and now it's finally time. The servers are down right now. The engineers are in that right in that door, doing the update right now. So we figured, wow, we are breaking. Let's stream it.
That's exactly right. So we'd love to do this when the servers go down for an update. It's been a little while since we've been able to do one of these, but we always get super duper excited. And this was a big one. We've had some of the last updates have had names like a pebble-sized update or some fixes to prepare for the future, but this isn't one of those. We've got some fun stuff to show you. And so I think, I don't know,
the Pebble update paved the way for this.
Yeah,
update.
That's right. None of this would be possible without the Pebble size update and the preparing for the future update.
Thank you, Pebble.
Yeah, thank you. So I think, why don't we switch to the main menu of the game and just see what's new.
All right, let's do it.
I'm going to do this number. Hello. All right. Hey. So so one thing that is new. I'm going to hide.
Hide me for a second.
Nope. Let's try this. Nope. Let's try again.
Left cam.
I'll get it one day. Haha. So we're taking a look here at the main menu of the game, and the only reason I want to show you this, when you join the game, QB is hanging out, ready to say welcome back. QB's got a lot of fun things to say. I could even go, hey QB, what's up? Give a little click. QB gives a cheer for me, and so just a little, makes me feel welcome when I come back, or when I'm about to leave. I'm here on the main menu, and QB says, hey, parting is such sweet sorrow. Maybe I'll stick around for 5 more hours, That's the goal there. So I did want to show you what was going on behind David's head there. But, all right. Sorry, QB. You're getting hit. Now David is saying, parting is such sweet sorrow.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Yeah. So, more than that, you've probably noticed something else going on here. The character is new.
It is new.
So if you've been following any of our social media or our forums, then this is, I won't say it's old news for you. I'm not saying that you're like, show me something else that's new. But this is kind of the first chance to see the characters here in the wild, in the game, and we're very excited. And so I thought this is a character, I'm actually on David's account right now, no problem. I'm just going to steal all his blocks, all his recipes, his identity, if you will.
I would expect nothing less from your brains.
But I'll do that a little later. So for now, why don't we go build up a character? Go into the character customization menu, and let's just play around with that a little bit. We don't need to go through all the options.
I wish you would.
Yeah, we don't need to
make me happier.
Don't need to show off everything, but so I'm going to go. Let's see. We've got 2 options here. And we've got our usual, so the interface of customizing your character is the same. The UI hasn't changed. We wanted to make sure that you had roughly the same number, if not more, options for setting up your hair and your body, your coloring, and all that kind of stuff. So, although some of that has been tweaked to make sure that looks really, like those colors, for example, have been tweaked to make sure they look really sweet on the new characters. But let's see.
Fabia doesn't love the pink hair. Can we change the hair color real fast?
We can.
Just for Fabia.
All right, Fabia. Let's see. So we got our hair colors here. Should we see? I'm going to see how much I can make her look like me. So we need black hair. Let's see. Head shape. Where's the kind of Steven brain sloth head shape? I'm going to go with this one. I'm feeling looks good.
Interesting that you're sticking with the female.
Well, you know, it would be a lot of work to go switch over. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, that's a whole like mouse track away. So.
Yeah, and if I got my hair tied back, then you know I could be looking like this. So I'm gonna go with.
I like it.
That haircut, no problem. Let's see. Skin. Let's get a little pigmentation going. Eye color, brown. Let's say. Let's see. All right. Now we're looking like me. All right. I'm wearing a red shirt today. I don't have this is my Rockstar shirt, and I don't have an option for that in the game yet. That's not a costume yet, so we're just gonna go red. And that coloration is kind of lighter, so we'll maybe we'll just go with a gray kind of trim. That's essentially what we got.
That looks very nice.
Yeah, it's kind of, and I can't see, we're in blue jeans. I got dressed up today. Put on pants, so we're gonna go with kind of.
I can't wait for update days because Brain Sloth actually wears pants.
It's the one time. Pants trim. We'll go with white. That's like the.
You know, you should start coming in with pants trim too.
Yeah.
Like just the nice little things wrapped around your jeans.
Yeah.
That would look very nice.
It's just accessorizing, you know. And shoes. I got black shoes today.
Yeah, I can confirm he's wearing black shoes.
All right. So this is the Brain Sloth avatar. It's looking real sweet, I think. I'm excited.
Very nice, very nice.
All right. So I would encourage you, as soon as this update is live, get right in there on the main menu, get right into that customization menu, and start playing with it, and find a look that you really like. So a ton of work has been going on these characters for a long time, and we're super excited to get you all playing with these, get them out into the world. And there's a lot more to show. So I'm going to jump into, not that world, although there's no reason I really wouldn't, but I'm going to jump into Warm Worm. Here we go. Just one of our sneak preview worlds. That's the reason we're able to play right now, is that the game is getting updated, but we're on the sneak preview worlds that are still up. We're not updating these right now because they already got the update on them, so we're all set.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and I guess I might as well mention we do have a sneak preview group.
Yep.
A lot of probably 200 folks are in that group right now. They've been playing with these these changes for the past 6 weeks or so, giving us feedback in our sneak preview Discord, and have been really helpful. So I want to give a shout out to our awesome sneak preview players. Thank you so much for helping us make this update as good as it could be. Couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah, no kidding. I will just second everything that David just said. We've really counted on our sneak preview players. We call them our MVPs. They give us a ton of great feedback. Let us know what's working for them, what still needs work, and it's really shaped this update to be not only one of our biggest ever, but just to have as much just stuff that is great for players, quality of life improvements, stuff that folks have been asking for, packed into it as we possibly could.
And if you want to join that group, I'm not sure, it'll probably be a while before our next sneak preview opens up, but feel free to get on the list. Send an email to support@playfulcorp.com, and we will add you to that group.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I'm going to do real quick, David. I'm looking at myself on the screen here, and I'm super bright and washed out. I would like to close up this one.
We need a gaffer. Where's our gaffer?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, he had a thing, didn't he?
All right.
Looks
How's that? A little more human? All right. I was looking a little ghostly.
Yeah.
And I wasn't matching my avatar.
Ghostly.
Yeah. So usually, let's get where there's a little light. So usually in Creativerse, you want to see your character.
Someone was, let's see, who... Alfio wants to see the gauntlet, so can you turn me off for a second while you're walking around?
Sure thing, and then we'll do that, and then we're going to look at the gauntlet maybe in a different way. So, let's go over.
Turn off
the
me,
left cam.
and then just walk around for a minute.
All right, here's that gauntlet. So
not much has changed with the gauntlet. It's still the kind of the same old...
Yeah. So let's take a look. Gauntlet. So here is our new character out in the wild, checking things out, looking just exactly like I did when I came into the office this morning. Mine is coffee, but that's all right. We don't. Well, that's something to add. You know, that's for R56.
I think wearing the gauntlet just kind of, there's a caffeine drip that happens.
Yeah, it's like a cooler, actually. You just open it up and there's, you've got some sodas in there.
Yeah. There's a whole like wet bar in there, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So something else.
Turn me back on?
Well, I suppose so.
Okay, you don't have to. If you just want me to be a disembodied voice.
All right, there we go. Now we're looking good. So something else that we've already teased out on our social media, on our forums, was another new feature, and this is one that has been requested almost since the beginning of Creativerse.
Very long time.
And I'm excited about it for a lot of reasons. And so I think without further ado, we're talking about a third-person combat mode. So we're going to switch over to our weapon here, and already something's different. So this is not the orbit camera, which is this guy. You hit O, and you get like a stationary third-person view of your character. This is real third-person movement. Yeah.
The camera tracks you over the shoulder and follows you as you do really awesome combat moves. We've got some new combat moves, by the way.
We really do.
Combat has really improved.
Combat has had a lot of work, and so, I just did one totally on purpose.
There you go.
So I'm going to go ahead and take on Pigsy here with my wood sword. So combat's had a lot of work. I found, and I think a lot of us found, including our players, and we always love hearing your feedback, as in the current game, in the game that is down right now getting updated, a lot of times you would aim at something, try to hit it, and you wouldn't always connect. And it would feel like you'd be, I could think of maybe I'm chasing a keep along a hillside like this. And I'm swinging and I'm swinging and I'm waiting for it to hit. And sometimes those swings just whiff a little bit. And so part of the work, and there's been a lot of work just to make combat feel much easier, much more intuitive, where you're really connecting every time you expect. And so that has to do with under the hood how targeting even works. Is using a kind of, which is standard for a lot of games, but a cone-based targeting system. But now I can see when I've got something that's in my range and it's combat targetable, it's going to give me that little red glow. If I back up and I can't reach, I can still target Pigsy there. It's got a white glow, that means I'm not going to reach. But as soon as it's red, I know that when I swing, I'm going to hit.
Yep. We've got new attack animations, and if you noticed when you took out Pigsy, there was all new mob death kind of explosion of pixels.
Yeah.
We'll see that again.
Pigsy's getting kind of voxelized out, just like our voxel world. And so you will see these as you play. In fact, probably just in those few moments, you already saw 2 or 3 new effects if you're really got an eagle eye. And so mob death and a lot of the visual effects in the game got a bit of some polish and some leveling up. As I took damage there, the damage effect is a lot more
There's a new
crisp and subtle.
There's a new death animation or screen, I should say.
A new death screen, and
which we will almost certainly get to see because Spring Sloth can't make it a stream without dying.
That is true. So what you just saw there was kind of a sprint attack animation. That one I find to be super fun, and so all you got to do is sprint.
We have had a couple people now ask us if you can fly in third person.
Absolutely, and so the truth is, you could always fly in third person.
You could,
so
but
we didn't intentionally take that away.
Engage from third person.
Yes, absolutely. There we go. Here's another example of those kind of wing trail effects. Got a little love, looking very fancy schmancy. In addition, what was I about to say? I don't know.
Probably something about like, have we showed rolling or?
Yeah, so let's show off some of these other.
There's another secret attack.
There really is, and so in addition to just combat that's going to feel crisper and also more intuitive, just going to work more how you expect it to work. We wanted to have some fun, and so there are some new combat moves that you can do just to spice up your when you're fighting these creatures here in the world. And so one of them is a roll move. By default, you're going to roll by pressing any direction, so I can just be running forward and then hitting the left Alt button. That gives you a roll. And David, I'm going to have to hide you one more time because I want to show.
Do it. Take me away.
There you go. Right next to the mining cell icon, right now you can see that I just have that's it. Right now you can tell I just have the no gauntlet equipped, the default gauntlet. But right next to kind of my paper doll that shows me my armor status are these 2 little icons. And those are my roll icons. And so those just replenish over time. I've got 2 max that I can save up. So when I do a roll, one gets used up, but it comes back almost quickly. So I can't What I can't do is, rolls a little quick. I can't spam rolls and just always be rolling, but it's pretty close. I rarely get into a situation where I'm just like, man, I wish I had a roll saved up. They come back pretty darn quick. And so I can roll forward, get a side roll, a bit of a dive. And there's been a ton of work on the animation of this character. And so that even if you're in kind of weird situations where I'm going to roll off of this ledge, they really blend together just how you would expect. And so I'm going to go ahead and re-enable you.
I'm back.
Oh, you had to. I forgot you had to hold your breath the whole time.
That whole time.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. You almost could have died. Sighted Master, can you build in third person? Great question. And so we started in the early part of, I don't mind talking about this, in the early part of this update, testing, hey, let's just test what third person is like everywhere. And it turns out that we had enough work in front of us just to get it feeling really kind of rock solid in combat mode. In building mode, there's just a ton more corner cases that have to be solved. And so I'm talking, for example, I'm building and I want to place a block on the underside of these leaves. It ends up being, it's doable. You can kind of target how you want, but there's just, in order to get it really up to the quality bar that we would expect, we wanted to give ourselves more time to do that. So right now, the only mode that is third person is when you've got your weapon equipped. And so that takes out of the equation pulling with blocks or plowing or doing stuff that is
wiring tool.
Yeah, wiring tool and all that kind of stuff. That said,
there were just too many edge cases where it in third person without combat, it didn't look the way we wanted it to. So that said, what were you going to say?
Blueprint building kind of works. Oh, looks like we bought something. Here's something new. QB is really happy whenever we show a little love to our hardworking dev team and pick something up from the store. And we happened to pick up the Still Life Trapped Between Magic and Eternity blueprint kit just because I wanted to show. I'm glad I got the kit for this because it would have been really tough to find everything for it.
Yeah, it's such a complex blueprint.
Yeah, so let me get my blueprint kit. It cost me 10 coins. I'm gonna, after the update, I'll ask you to reimburse me for that.
I can't believe you spent 10 coins on my blueprint.
Yeah, I'm gonna submit that to get reimbursed later.
Yeah.
All right. And so, so blueprint building does kind of work. You see, I'm here. Where it gets tricky is if I want to pull something, then it's time to switch to.
Fireworks are so happy for my blueprint.
Then it's time to switch back to first person if I want to start pulling or doing anything funky. But you can kind of. I was building over the weekend. I was working on the Colossal Castle in my world just for a little fun, and I found that I was just leaving myself in third person mode for a lot of it just because it just worked. So. Good question. Great question.
A couple people have, including Geek of Cake, pointed out there are no more backpacks. We took them away. They were just kind of big and bulky. And, where do you keep your stuff now? Maybe it's in your gauntlet. Maybe it's in your brain.
So we do have, our characters have this nice little utility pouch.
They do have the utility pouch.
So I think, when we look at inventory, and that's something else that we need to talk about, I think you just got to imagine that, thousands and thousands of cubic meters of soil and sand are they're hanging out in that pouch. It's a magic pouch. Arc technology.
It's the same technology they used in Harry Potter to make and in the TARDIS to make those bigger inside than they are on the outside.
Exactly. I mean, arc technology is powerful. We had some
consultants from Doctor Who come and advise us on that.
So something else we haven't shown. I want to find a few creatures here. Whoop. Let's go into a cave.
Bag of holding, yes, that's right. Dragonfly.
That's it. Oop, I missed Pebble with my fancy attack. All right, Pebble, come on. I got 3 pebbles here. So sometimes in the game you might find yourself, oops, I've bitten off a little more than I can chew. I really am about to die. My preamble was too long, and well.
And yes, you showed everyone the black and white death.
That's what I meant to do. It's
I'm sure it was.
Because it's I don't even think that's on the patch notes. It's just kind of one of those minor changes that we didn't add. So it was important that I show it right now.
Rip brain sloth.
That's not even a thing.
GG. Hey, there's Playful Thor's in the comments. Welcome, Playful Thor.
What's up, Thor? Good to see you. I don't know how far I am from my death statue. I might not go all that way to recover my my still life trapped in eternity blueprint kit, or maybe I'll do it later. So, oops, I didn't mean to jump down there. So what I wanted to show,
showed people the special attack.
That's what I wanted to show. So that's why I aggroed a couple creatures here. Let's go get these 2 pixies. And so sometimes
it's better with more, right?
Exactly right. And so sometimes in the course of things, you might find yourself getting a little overwhelmed. Maybe there's a few creatures on you, and you just need your regular attack just isn't quite cutting it. And so that's when it's
like with Mirus, like a pile of Mirus that are just
that's when it's time to deploy your new smash attack, your Gauntlet Smash. So we got your Gauntlet, and we said this Gauntlet is really cool. We want to make it even more, we've done things in the past to make it feel more important and meaningful in the game. Like when you click a creature, you push it with your Gauntlet. Of course, we have cool things like Burst Fill. The power of your Gauntlet slams out a bunch of blocks at once. And also, now we've got in the combat world, hey, Pigsy, I don't like the look on your face. I'm going to smash it to the ground. And so...
we showed him.
Yeah. And so the way that this works, it consumes all of your stamina, and so then to do it again, you can't just do it constantly. You got to wait for your stamina to come back up. We realized that for some of our players that have a little more stamina, maybe you've got Creativerse Pro, maybe you just ate a bunch of stamina pies, which is I think what the official name for them, stamina pies. Whatever the case may be, you don't want to wait for that stamina to come all the way back. You don't want it to take twice as long for you. So we made stamina regeneration percentage based on your maximum stamina, and so. No matter how much stamina you got, it's going to regenerate for you pretty snappy like. So again, the restriction here is just to make sure that you have to do a little bit of thinking about when is the best time to deploy your Gauntlet Smash. You can do it anytime you've got over 75% stamina. So
Gigs O asks, does Gauntlet tier matter for the Gauntlet Smash damage?
Gauntlet tier does not matter. How your weapon tier is what matters there.
Weapon tier.
The damage is going to scale with your weapon. So if I go down to the Corrupted Lair and try to smash Thing with my wood sword, he's just going to look. He might get knocked back a little bit, and he's just going to get annoyed. He's going to go with his claw and just cause me some trouble. So,
important question from Madame on YouTube.
Yes.
When pizza in Creativerse? When?
I like that question for a lot of reasons.
Pizza in Creativerse? When?
So let's see. What would that require?
Such a great
We've got our cooking station, right?
We do.
We got wheat.
We already have pies.
We got pie. So is pizza a pie?
I mean, what would you put on your Creativerse pizza? Would you put Chizzard Gizzards?
I always do like mushrooms.
Mushrooms are good.
So pepperoni mushroom is one of my go-tos, and so but the pepperonis you got to think are coming from Pigsy. I don't know how much I love that.
I prefer feral Pigsy pepperonis.
That's right. As long as we harvest them only from the mean Pigsies, like feral Pigsy, maybe even Boss Hog.
Oh yeah, that's a little bit chewy, but yeah, that'll add some spice to your pizza.
Yeah, so I think pizza crust could be a bread recipe.
Great question.
Yeah, I mean, you can see what kind of...
You can kind of already do it if you make a bread and then you make a pie. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, but
yeah,
we'll definitely keep that one in our noggin. Thank you.
Yeah, I love that idea.
Another question from Mr. Picoro.
Yes.
Any changes to the performance?
Great, wonderful question. I'm glad you asked. And the short answer is yes, we've been working on performance, particularly frame hitching. And we understand from your feedback and also just our own experience when we're live streaming playing the game, there is hitching going on that can kind of interfere with the play experience a little bit. It got, in the last update, it was worse than it's been in a little while, and it really was due for a dive. And so we had our engineers get in there and look and make some improvements to really try to nail down the worst hitching. And so following this update, once it's out live in the world, something we're going to do is go to our forums, maybe to our subreddit, anywhere that there's conversation, and ask folks, how is it now? Is it we expect that it's going to be better in a lot of cases, but we do know, of course, that there are places where performance can always still be improved, especially in places where you've got a lot of big built-up worlds, giant buildings with a ton of machines or lights. And so we're really, after this new update is out, we're really going to be asking the community, what are some cases you're still running into hitching or performance problems? Let us know when it's at its worst and where we could kind of get the biggest bang for our buck by diving in. But to answer the question, yes, we're hoping that you're going to have an improved experience in this update, despite many of the visual
a lot
improvements.
of improvements as Brainsloth was saying, there's still probably cases where there's room for more improvement. So yes, keep sending us your feedback, and we're going to keep working on. That's a constant thing that we're working on, but it did get better significantly in this update. And I'm losing my screen here.
There you go. So I'm good. What world are we in? We're in. I thought I was good.
You know, before we switch gears, Brainsloth,
yes,
should we do a one of those things, those fun little things that we like to do on sneak preview updates?
We absolutely should, and we didn't promo this at all, but let's keep the tradition going. Let's give some stuff away. We've got all these folks that have been wonderful enough to take some time out of their morning / evening, middle of the night, whatever it is. Let's give them a chance to win something.
Let's do it. We are opening up a raffle here. This is with MooBot, which does not have support for YouTube yet, as far as I know. So if you want to participate, you are going to need to head over to twitch.tv/playfulcorp and play in the chat here. But we have opened up a raffle. To enter, you simply type, let's see, !raffle and then the word.
Right.
The special word that we're about to tell you right now.
This is an easy word. It's something that came to our minds a lot when we were thinking about this update, and that word is big. So this code is going to be, you're going to type !raffle space big. And you
will get your choice of, did you ever tell them?
No, I didn't. Go ahead.
You will get your choice of the welcome bundle. If you already have the welcome bundle or don't want it, you can get Creativerse Pro. If you already have Creativerse Pro, you can just get the bundle of coins. How many coins?
I think we got the $10 bundle in there, so about 1,000 coins. Maybe it's 1,000 or 1,150. I forget. So
for those of you who win, our wonderful moderator, the Remy D, who's hanging out there in the chat, he will get in touch with you and get you a code that you can use in our store.
I saw a really good question from the Kraken is me, who strikes me just as a general scoundrel, yet I will read his question. He says, in the case where I have too much performance, what can I do about being overwhelmed by awesome? That's a tremendous question.
That was a good catch.
Yeah, I think in that case, just write an email to Playful, just angrily, big font, red if possible, maybe size 12, 13, italics if you're gonna go really nuts, and just express, how overwhelmed you are, and just give us some ideas of what you'd like us to do about it.
Yeah.
We're open to that feedback.
I think that in extreme cases, Brainsloth may be willing to come to your house and fan you with a big palm frond just to kind of cool you down, because that is a lot of awesome.
Yeah. I see all these entries coming in for the raffle. If you're not sure what to do, just look at our Twitch chat, look what everyone else is doing, and then just follow along.
And we're going to go ahead and pick a bunch of winners here.
Let's do it.
Let's see. Congrats to Bombell.
Bombell.
You are a winner. I will announce this right now.
So Remy D, we're putting that into Twitch chat there. Look out for those little announcements. And then Bombell, just with a little patience, Mr. Remy D will be in touch and find out what you want. I
am going to, let's see. Let me draw another one. Marmalicious.
Marmalicious.
One of our sneak preview players.
Congrats, think so. And definitely Marmalicious has been killing it with awesome builds that we've shared on our social media, on Instagram. So congrats, Marmalicious. Yes, very deserving. Congrats.
Let's do, how many? 5? Let's do 5 right now, and we'll do more awesome. Later. Okay. Congrats to Bands30. Bands30, you are a winner.
Congrats,
You're on
Bands.
Our MooBot Twitch giveaway. And then, let's see. Radius, congrats, Radius. Gonna go ahead and announce you. And for our last giveaway for now, Jaller. Congrats, Jaller. And I'm going to go ahead and close this raffle. This raffle is now closed, so you can stop typing. You can stop typing your entries.
Yeah, I'm here because I'm on your character. I was about to process something, but not allowed. That is all right.
Oh yeah.
No sweat. So I think let's shift gears a little bit. So like I said, once these servers come up, I encourage you just to get into the world, start running around, really give it a shot. I think it may feel a little different. You may be, hey, Avatar Alice, hanging out, good to see you. It may feel a little different, but I think once you get in there, something else that we didn't talk about entirely. Man, there's so much to go over, David. So we've got these new characters, and right now you notice my kind of outfit looks very kind of default. I'm saying kind of a lot. My outfit looks very default. I'm not dressed up in any sort of costumes. So something we found to be the case, and I think anyone here would agree, is that once you play Creativerse for a while, you start seeing all the people around you look kind of the same. Everyone's got the same Lumite armor on, and why not? It's got the best stats.
Right.
And everyone's got the same Lumite sword because it's got the best stats. And so we wanted to try to start to address that, and we started with armor. And so what we did is, this is a pretty significant change, but I think you'll dig it and find that it leads to a lot more customization options, a lot more options to really express yourself, is we took the look of armor, or rather the look of your character, away from armor and put it into costumes.
It's a novel idea, Brainsloth. I think you should tell us more.
Let me tell you more about that. And so, for example, in the core game right now, what you do is you put on your leather armor for the stats, because that's the first one that you've crafted, and you look like you're wearing armor. But then after 30 minutes, you've got your obsidian. You'll never wear that armor again. And why not? Leather armor looks pretty cool. Maybe that's how you want to look. And so what we did is said, all right, now you can look however you want by by using your costumes. And so let's see, have we unlocked it? We haven't. So this is a good opportunity. So what we had our artists do is go and handcraft 5 new armor sets inspired by the existing, or 5 new costume sets inspired by the existing armor set. So we've got the new Fury Warrior costume set inspired by leather, the new Electro Cycle costume set inspired by obsidian, but also starting to bring in some fun kind of references. Hopefully these are costumes that our folks will get really excited about. All of these are going to be free for our existing players, and we're not going to leave them up there free forever. We're going to ask our players, if you want to go claim these, we're going to leave them free in the store for 2 weeks, because ultimately what we'd like to do is make these available, all our costumes available for coin purchase in the store. But we want to make sure any of our existing players that are used to being able to dress up however they like, come grab these in the store. These are all for you.
That's the unfortunate thing about that, is that if you like giving us money, you are going to have to wait 2 weeks until they become not free. But if you don't mind just kind of getting free stuff, I know I like free stuff.
Yeah.
And I like costumes. I'm probably going to be going in as soon as this update is dropped and getting them all. Because they look great, they're fantastic, and I believe Brainsloth is purchasing them right now so that we can show you them in game.
I'm just going to grab the first couple. I don't think we need to grab them all right now. So I just grabbed the Fury Warrior set. That's our inspired by leather. And I grabbed, what else did I grab? I already forgot.
Inspired by leather. Leather is just so inspiring.
All right. So, and the Metal Mach 1 set.
I like the metal one.
Yes. So let's for our arm, I want to wear the Metal Mach 1 arm set. We got a really sweet kind of metallic arm there. And you can see the kind of the arm plate there.
Sort of an, Full Metal Alchemist thing going on.
Well, you can start to... What's fun about these is because we're not relying on our armor to give us the best stats, or rather, we're getting the best stats available no matter what, we can start to mix and match our cosmetics and really get a cool look going. So the metal torso kind of looks like thus, but maybe I want to mix it up and wear the Fury Warrior torso here. Totally free to do that. I think I do want to go with the metal. I'm liking it. Legs. We've got our... Oh, I'm digging it. There's our Fury Warrior legs, maybe.
So you're wearing snowboard boots there.
So this is the full
Metal
Metal Mach 1 outfit, but I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna go Fury Warrior legs. These costumes are also, they all work really well with your character customization, by which I mean the colors that you pick come in and they'll apply to the costume for your for the Electro Cycle costume, the obsidian inspired. The colors you pick will affect the glow that you get out of that really kind of cool futuristic looking glow armor. For a Metal Mach 1, it's affecting the color of my kind of the shirt or the tunic that's under this the metal plating, and so these.
You want to turn on your flashlight?
Yeah, great idea. It's getting a little dark here.
Yeah.
Morning's coming up. I want to go back to our light over here. Morning's coming up too, but the end result is we wanted these to be extremely flexible for customization and give players more options than they've ever had for looking unique in the world and not just being a bunch of Lumite wearing clones. And so super excited about this combo of new, improved, very awesome new characters combined with just totally leveled up customization.
So 253 Light asks, can you mix and match? You can. I believe Brainsloth can demonstrate that right now, won't you, Brainsloth?
I absolutely
would you for 253 Light?
I sure will. So
and then while he's doing that,
grab one more.
And you Shadow Raven says, any specific holiday costumes like for Halloween? That is certainly, when we built this system, the idea was that we would add costumes over time. So I believe that that's something we'd really love to do. I know that last year we, for Christmas, we had a Trog outfit costume. So I believe that we will be continuing that tradition.
That's exactly right. And so all of these costumes can be mixed and matched with any of your existing costumes. So if you want to be wearing a cool diamond-inspired, the First Fantasy armor set with a Trog head, or your Day of the Dead skull head, totally works. Not a problem. We got our skull head with our top hat on. And so the more costumes we add over time, the more you can mix and match. I saw Sloppy Gaming up there ask, so your armor has no more look associated with it. That's exactly right. So you don't have to worry about when you upgrade your armor. So that's a bit of a change. It'll be something to get used to. But the benefit that we saw there is now you don't have to worry about, just trading or sacrificing your stats for your look. You can just wear the best armor that you have available to you and also look exactly how you want.
Yeah. And if you do want to go back to the regular armor, you can take off the costume and just be in your regular armor.
Exactly right. You can consider this kind of default nothing equipped look. It's another outfit. It looks really good. Or I can mix and match just this with just put on my Furry Warrior top there. Looking really cool. So thanks. Great questions. Keep those coming if you're not exactly sure how this is going.
Unlucky Fried Chicken asks, Unlucky Fried Kitten asks, can the costumes be color customized?
Exactly right. And so we're seeing that a little bit. So I'm wearing the Furry Warrior top, but my customization was set, if you remember, to my red shirt. And you're seeing that there on my character that I'm still got my red shirt. So what
you're saying is that costumes basically do their best to match the color you already have in your character.
Yeah, exactly right. And so if I switch to First Fantasy, I've got this cool kind of plate armor look. Again, it's the color that I picked, and they're all designed to do that for you. Here's another example. So now all of a sudden we are looking quite different from each other. Avatar Alice looking cool with the First Fantasy set. It looks pretty much got the Finite Gauntlet costume on there, the Grim Reaper scythe, top hat, even the ghostly flashlight that we gave away to our pro players last year. All right. There's so much more to cover. We've only talked about characters, and it's been like...
This is a big update, yeah.
All right, so we're not going to be able to get to everything. And I want to be careful. My voice is getting raspier, and I don't want to lose my voice.
Oh, yeah. I've got a copter up here if you need it.
All right. But let's talk about inventory, David.
I was hoping you would.
So
let's do it.
Right now, I don't know that you can tell based on anything I have, but maybe we'll go look through these chests if I can get in there. We teased this change a while back that stack sizes right now, or in the current game, they're at 300, and we're raising that by a crazy margin to 999, and so close to 1,000 items per stack in your inventory. So what that's going to do, since the beginning of Creativerse, we've just added more and more items. The scope of things that people are building, colossal castle, the giant blueprints, is just getting huger and huger, and we need to make changes to our inventory management to go along with that. And so we've increased the size of stacks that you can carry in your inventory that go into your chest by more than 3x to start to address that.
Which is perfect because right as soon as we got rid of the big bulky backpack and put everything into this tiny leg pouch, was a perfect way to also say, let's just increase the inventory size by an order of magnitude.
Well, the lore is fuzzy there.
Let's just really lean into the goofiness of that lore. I like it.
So you're seeing here in my Pumpkin King chest from the Halloween event last year.
Goofy. It's very high tech.
That's exactly. Its art tech power is mysterious. We don't even fully understand how it works, but this is an example.
And we created it, right?
Yeah.
We created it. And we don't even know how it works.
So, but we're learning update by update that it's capable of all sorts of things.
Yep.
So here you see I've got some 999 stacks. So whereas these 4 piles of dirt would be about 10 stacks, now I got them condensed down a bit. Just makes that management a bit easier. When I was building the Colossal Castle blueprint on my own, I was finding that you're burst filling out a ton of just castle wall blocks, and I could still go through one of these 999 stacks pretty quick. And so it's just a good solid number. In addition to this is something we have not teased. If you're maybe with an eagle eye, you've spotted this. The size of this chest capacity has also gone up. In the current game, the maximum chest, I'm talking about Grand Architect chest, and this one, in fact, the Pumpkin King chest, we're at 40 slots.
Yeah.
Across the board now, we have increased the capacity of all chests. And so let's go to our crafting menu and talk a little bit about that.
Let's do it.
Storage. So what we did, I can speak about this a little bit, is try to make just about any chest really usable. The problem was most folks were really inclined to use only Grand Architect chests because they have the best storage, and that means even if they had bought the really cool medieval super bundle, they might not really find themselves using the medieval chest or the industrial locker because, well, it's just the inventory doesn't stack up. So one of the goals is...
And that's wrong. We want you guys to be able to get these cool new chests and then want to use them and not be penalized for any reason, right?
Exactly right. And so one of the goals was to make all of those premium chests or seasonal chests really usable and also still give us some room to do special, really powerful chests once in a while. So the way it works is in tiers. We've got our starter chest, wood chest.
Tears, like crying? Like
yes.
We're crying tears of joy.
So as I talk about this, there will be tears streaming down my face.
Tears of joy.
The beginner chest, so the wood chest and wood bookshelf, currently they had about 34... no, I take that back. I think they had about 25 slots. The bookshelf actually had like 3 slots. We boosted those up to, I wanted to say 25. I might get these numbers wrong. I'm trying to do it off the top of my head. Next tier, stone chest was about 30 or something. He's gone up to 35. And then the main tier of chests, once you're past the progression of wood and stone, all your seasonal chests, all your premium chests, they're all at 45 slots. And so they can all carry now more than any of the existing chests in the game could carry. They're all stronger than the previous Grand Architect chests. And we want to make sure that they're all usable. We left ourselves an additional tier for crying and for chests that are really special and really, not super common, but ones we can do now and then. Grand Architect chests and the Pumpkin King chest, which I don't think you've got unlocked right now.
I know. I need to get that.
Yeah. Well, Halloween's coming up.
Wait for Halloween.
Yeah.
Inquisitor Myth on Mixer of all places said, "Never again room of many chests," which that is correct. Never. You won't have to if you don't want to create huge rooms that are full of chests to keep all your stuff in. Because as we all know, once you've been playing this game a while, you have a lot of stuff and it's hard to manage. So we thought, let's just make that a little bit easier. Why not? Why not? We've all been playing this game. A lot of us have been playing this game a while. Let's just make that easier. You know, we should totally do that.
Exactly right. So.
One of our artists has handed me breaking news. It turns out they are out of bagels and they need a scope. No, I'm just kidding. He did notice, and I was going to call this out, but a couple people have been asking us, where can they purchase Playful TV shirts, Creativerse, Playful and Creativerse t-shirts for sale. We do not have that available at this time yet, but if that's something you guys are interested in, please let us know in the chat, because that is something we have been considering doing. And in fact, we're probably going to start something here in the next, maybe even before the end of the year. But if you let us know if that's something that you would like, that will definitely help us see that there's a lot of interest, and we can maybe get that started sooner. So if you want to wear, like, say, a shirt like Brainsloth is wearing, a Rockster Creativerse shirt, or any other number of Creativerse t-shirts or Playful t-shirts, just let us know.
Well, I came down here to just for a little fun, down to some of the lower layers. So there are just more than we can call out, some just visual improvements. That was if you were to really sum up this update, we wanted to give there's been a lot of under the hood technical work leading up to this, and we want a strong technical foundation for the game, as well as really excellent visuals. And so that includes the new characters and awesome customization.
While you're doing that, can I do something that has been driving me crazy?
Yes, please do.
Alt key me? There it is. We are not in the right place. So this is just driving me crazy.
Whoa.
All right. Thank you.
So now if I look over, aha, look at that.
Yes. Now we can look at
We
each
usually
other.
are careful and do that.
Yeah, I was in a hurry yesterday when I set this up. Because for some reason they break every time.
That's true. And so there's more visual improvement. Because of that, there's more visual improvements than I could really even start to call out. You're going to be noticing them for a while, I think, if you're just kind of a seasoned player of Creativerse.
You're welcome, Geek of K.
But getting down to like the lava layer here, something. Oop.
Uh-oh.
Well, I hope
You're
I don't
about to die.
Okay.
Don't die, Brainsloth.
Something. So this is just a minor example. I'm going to get a little closer to this real glowy lava here. We've got lava that's really reflecting now off of our reflective areas in our character. And so this is on its own is not super exciting, but I just want to give it as an example of the attention to detail. I mean, I'm really proud of the work that our art teams and our engineering teams have done for this update to get things just looking really, really awesome. So I don't have the patch notes up here. There's so much more. Have you got the? Let's scroll through a little bit. And then, but we've been going for a while. I don't know that we need to go over everything. Let's see. New characters, customization. Talked about that. Improved combat, stamina regeneration, improved targeting, improved player and creature animations. I'm going to go up to the surface here. I can show off one of those.
I can talk about something. We can't. Can we show it to you? So we can't show it to you because it's a one-time event. But when you create a new world. There is a new intro cinematic.
That's exactly right.
Gives a little bit of lore, just a little bit of lore, which is something we've been wanting to do from the very beginning. And we've, if you've collected like the torn journal pages or the old data chips, they hint at that lore. And this opening cinematic, it's just like it's like a 1-minute video, gives a little hint of that lore, and anyone can see that. New players will see it automatically when they start playing the game for the first time. If you're an old existing player, which I'm assuming almost all of you are, you will all you have to do is create a new world to see that.
Yeah, check that out. Just a little, you're exactly right. Just a touch of lore. We hear from y'all all the time from some of y'all that, hey, I wish you would do more to tell the story of this world. And so this is also something for new players. Once they roll into the world, they get to see something really cool and exciting and set up the mystery and kind of these worlds and get them excited about building and creating. So check that out. When to see it, if it doesn't fire for you automatically, go spin up a new world. And when you do, you'll get to see that cool cinematic.
Do you want to show them the change we did to Gauntlet pull speed?
Great idea. And so something we wanted to do, again, for new players, but also for folks that like to start in new worlds, is make the Gauntlet pulling speed when you start out a bit snappier. And the way we did that was taking surface blocks, and so grass, dirt, wood, and tree wood and leaves, and make them pull at a much higher rate. And then you can get down into the world, and stone gives you a little bit more trouble. Uh-oh. I haven't even tried to...
I thought I could have sworn I saw you pull something.
Oh, I'm in someone's zone, I think.
That's right.
Yeah, I've been pulling. I'm in Saint Sinner's zone, and he locked me out.
Madam just pointed out if you don't have Pro, you can't create a new world, so you can't see that cinematic.
A good question is whether it fires when you reset your world. Not that you'll necessarily want to do that. So I don't think we'll go show it on the stream right now. But if you just want to check that out, I'm certain that it's going to be out there.
We could, you know what? We could probably put it on our YouTube page.
That's a great idea.
Maybe we'll upload that later today because it's just kind of it's a cool little thing, and yeah, we want everyone to be able to see it, whether you have Pro or not. So we'll get that up there and post a link on Twitter, Facebook, and all the usual places, the forums.
Yeah, that's a great idea. We'll definitely do that. And so
we should have got that for the stream.
Yeah, I didn't think of it. There's so much in this update that we're bound to.
We can do it if you want to do it. I know how. If you want
just start a new world?
No. It's not going to work that way. I got to do a little funky.
You want to do something?
I got to do a little funky stuff.
Now we're talking about it. Now we're going to do it.
Let's see here.
Do you need an alt?
Yeah, your keyboard's weird. Okay. Let's see.
Oh, do you have the video file?
I do.
Uh-oh. All right, now we're getting fancy.
Why
here.
not? Why not? Desktop.
So while we're browsing here, I'll check out some more questions. Yeah, so Karen32 says, faster gathering pulling. Specifically, what the changes we made were to make surface level blocks that a new player is likely to encounter pull much faster regardless of the gauntlet you have equipped. So your basic gauntlet, or rather no gauntlet equipped, you're going to be pulling a bit faster. Once you get digging into the world, then you're going to encounter some things that are a little harder to pull. But we also
it began as the tiniest spark.
It's starting.
Oh.
Is there sound?
A flicker in the darkness.
There is. Okay, we're just gonna talk over this. But this is the video.
And from that spark came the creators. The creators became masters of imagination. Their beautiful creations filled the universe. Their power growing ever greater. But suddenly, they disappeared. A mystery yet to be solved. The creators are gone now. All that remains is the tiniest spark. A flicker in the darkness. Only you can relight the spark. Are you a creator?
We have an earlier version.
So many of those. I saw Anti-Lynn's build in there. Part of the game, and that is the soul of Creativerse. Those awesome creations, and getting to show any new player now that joins the game, hey, check out what some of our awesome community has done.
Yeah.
And being able to show that right away is super awesome.
Oh yeah. So yeah, thank you for pointing that out, and I'm glad we were able to just get that on the stream. That was fun.
All right. So we were talking about, I wanted to finish this thought about pulling speed. And so the changes we made, surface blocks, going to pull a little quicker and snappier regardless of what gauntlet you have. Also the first few tiers of gauntlet, talking about basic, stone, and obsidian, I believe, are also a little snappier, a little quicker in general. Mm-hmm. Didn't want a new player to come in and be like, oh man, it takes forever to pull grass. And so I think it's a good change that folks will appreciate.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'll show the, this is just a little minor change again, just to, not that. Let's go to our codex. We've got a new help section. And so this is for, just to provide, again, a little bit of information, not without, wanted to strike a balance where we don't give away all the discovery in the game, or make it where you don't need to go just really try things out to learn. But for, just to give a little extra context if you're like, hey, what's up with the forge? It gives you just a little bit of an idea of what the forge is, or how weapons work, and so or a little close up on Hotfoot. Where to find it, that kind of thing. And so again,
if there's a mob that you're like, what is going on with this mob, and you just want to look up stuff about them, you can get a little bit of details in our help section. Or a perfect example, the machines. If you want to kind of read more about them, you can do that here.
Yep. Helpful page is helpful. That's right, Phoenix Fire 88.
So we did kind of prepare a little bit of some character stuff. We probably should have showed this earlier.
No problem.
But we wanted to take a little bit of a stroll through memory lane and talk about kind of the changes that have happened to Creativerse over the years. Do you want to switch over to that?
Is that viewing there?
Yes. The cameras will be funky, but
that's all right.
We're not going to stay here long. So let's...
we'll get back to that.
We'll get back to that. We were going to start with 1. Go ahead.
All right. So we were just going to go through these it's a walk down memory lane. And so if you were one of our very first players that started playing in 2014, late 2014, when Creativerse entered early access on Steam.
Over 4 years ago.
These were the players that you were walking around in the world. They couldn't, there's some things they couldn't. They're very, some of our players, we still hear from some of our players, hey, we like those guys. Bring them back. But there's some things that these characters couldn't do. They couldn't do customization. They didn't support any sort of customization, or they didn't support costumes. They had a limited set of animations.
Yeah.
Their eyes were just painted on. So we're excited now that our characters really give us all those things and are super flexible to do even more with in the future. But I know a lot of our players have a soft spot in their heart for those guys.
Then we move to the teen years.
Yep, these guys have grown up a little bit.
They've grown up a little bit.
They're going to school. They got their backpacks on.
They've got their trapper keepers.
Uh-huh.
These guys did allow customization. They did allow for costumes. They had a lot more animations, and that was something we wanted to do from the beginning, was give players the ability to customize stuff. But I think really what we wanted to do with this game in the long run, what we realized over time is that we wanted our characters to be more aspirational. And what I mean by that is people like to kind of see themselves in their fully realized form, and so we kind of wanted to age up the characters and just make them these really fully realized, powerful players. So that's when we started concepting these guys. As you can see, we got rid of the backpack was just so big and bulky. And so we took it away, and do you want to kind of walk them through?
Yeah, absolutely. So this has been a long process, and while we've had some updates recently, there were things like, hey, it's a Pebble-sized update with new loading screens, and we were excited to get those out, and they included a lot of good fixes. But this is work that's been going on this whole time, from concepting stages, a lot of iteration. So you can see these are an example of some early concept drawings. These guys are a little younger.
A little too young still.
They still have the backpack, but starting to get some of the details in. This is a further kind of example of a concept drawing. We're starting to hit that kind of age range and the body shape and the build, but there's still some changes. This character, I don't know why I'm pointing to the screen. On the right there, doesn't have that little kind of cape coming off of the neck piece there. Right. So some of that is still changed, but you'll see a lot of those in the current updates. These are some early modeling for the characters, and you'll see. This is real close to what we see in the game now. If you go to that main menu and spin your character around, you're going to get a turnaround that's real similar to this. So this is farther in, just in the 3D modeling stages. We knew we wanted to have a lot of customization, heads and hair, to give, to allow for a big, diverse set of characters in your world. You could really pick someone that you felt reflected your mood or your world or yourself.
And these aren't all the options. There are, I believe, more. There are definitely more options when you get into the game, but these are just a few of them. And then we have our kind of hero shot of the new characters and their fully realized, very sleek screenshot here. That the artist who came by and gave me this piece of paper, he's the guy who made this. So Congrats, Patrick. This is awesome. We love this piece.
Yeah, we love it. And we're going to see our Steam store today is getting updated with new artwork for all our banners and stuff. You're going to see this kind of imagery and this color.
You can already see it now, actually.
Yeah, I think that's up. That's right. So real excited about what this means just for getting into the game and making it exciting and really reflect, you can get in there and make an awesome character and start running around, see what you're doing, start smashing some pigsies and have a lot of fun.
Yeah, we've in fact there's new screenshots on our store page. I'm currently trying to finish as fast as I can an updated trailer for our Steam page, and just so we can show off these new characters. So yeah, I think we can switch back to. Do we have anything else to show?
There would be so much more to show, but we've already been going for an hour. I think we can start to wrap it up. Let's do it. Do you want to do another round?
I would love to.
Of giveaways. We said we would, and all these folks have been awesome hanging in here with us. So I would encourage you. I saw someone asking, probably several folks were asking, how long will the game servers be down? There's a lot of work to do with this one. We've got to hook up all these new costumes and stuff. So we expect that it'll be at least a couple hours total. We've already been down about an hour. And of course, there's always the chance that something happens that we need to react to. So at least a couple hours, we think. So hang in there with us. But we're going to go ahead and do some giveaways.
For this giveaway, let's do what word should we do?
Well, I mean,
awesome.
I love it.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead. It's open, so just type !raffle and the word awesome. Again, this is only on Twitch. Moobot keeps saying that they're gonna start supporting YouTube live streamings, but they haven't yet. So until then, you will need to head over to twitch.tv/playfulcorp. And we'll let this run for a minute or two and then start doing some winners.
Something else I can show, I think. Let me see what items I got. I need something that is not a basic block. Everything I got is a cube. Oh, death statue. That should work, I think. I'm hoping this will work. I need to find a body of water that's not...
Oh, yeah. This is a fun one.
Let me go into first person here. I can see a little better. So one change that we made was to how things look underwater.
Torches?
I don't. I could probably craft some. I need some wood and some moss. I could probably get some moss. I see some. We'll go set up. So the change we did, it's just purely a visual change. It doesn't affect how you move or interact with the water. But what it does do is any sort of non-cube block that you place underwater is going to try to make it look where it doesn't have that square or that cube of air around it. What we wanted to do, this is just, we had talked about in a blog post earlier this year about trying to make the underwater area easier to build in and maybe give it a little bit of just reasons to go there. And so this is an example of that. Let's hope this torch also works. So you can kind of see it happens at first and then it gets hidden. So we don't have that cube of air around this. So this should just allow folks to, if they're building underwater gardens or whatever, right, to do some decorating and really kind of level up that building experience in water.
Yeah. All right, let's do some winners to our raffle. The first winner is Johnny Trouble. Congrats, Johnny Trouble. I'm going to announce you in chat. Let's do another 5.
Let's do it.
Timberwolf JC, congrats. You are a winner. Starwolf, with the wolf theme here. Starwolf 2010.
Starwolf 2010, congrats.
Let's do 2 more. Demonezed03, congrats. And the last winner for today, Siren Melody, congrats. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close this raffle so you guys can stop typing raffle awesome. And the Remy D will be in touch for the winners to give you your choice of 1 of 3 prizes. Creativerse Pro, the Welcome Bundle, or the $10 coin bundle.
Sounds awesome. And so, yeah, looking at that patch notes, there's a lot more. There's awesome things that we haven't discussed at all. And so I'd encourage you, just hang out in here in the next, as soon as the servers come up, we're going to get those full patch notes out. They'll go on our forums, on Steam, on Tumblr. We'll link to them on Facebook and Twitter. So they'll be easy to find if you're ready.
Should we switch back over to big camera?
Let's do it. Hi.
There we go.
Hey, there we go.
You want to flash our little QB?
Yeah, let's do it.
If you have not followed us or subscribed, go ahead and do those now. That helps our channel grow and helps people see our stuff. So, and we love hanging out with you guys and showing you all the cool stuff that either our devs are building or our players are building.
Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in today. It's been a while since we got the chance to do one of these awesome update streams. I've been excited. I've been looking forward to it. We get to, we got an awesome job. We get to go show off all the hard work that's been done by our dev team and show it to you and get you all excited. And so stay tuned. The servers will probably be down for at least another hour, I would guess. Maybe we'll exceed my estimate, maybe not. So just keep an eye on our forums. Probably is usually the best place to get kind of the most up-to-date news on that. And we'll make sure we ping you all once everything is back up.
There's a question about how often we stream. We stream whenever there's an update, but then we have been doing every 2 weeks a Playfulverse series. So that's a series where we feature the cool stuff that players have built in. There's actually several worlds on our servers called Playfulverse.
Yeah.
And if you build in one of those worlds, at some point we'll probably be by to check it out. So that's about every 2 weeks. And yeah, we love to do that. It's always a fun time to kind of hang out with you guys and show you guys cool stuff and answer your questions. Today's been great. Thank you so much for all your questions and for hanging out with us and bearing with our technical issues and brain still dying as usual.
Always.
Yeah. Do you have anything to add?
Let's do it. So stay tuned. The servers will come up as soon as the update is ready. Could be an hour, could be a couple hours. We'll keep you posted. As soon as it's up, get in there, check out, go hit that main menu,
get those free
customize
costumes.
your character, swing by the store, pick up your free costumes. Those are going to be there for a limited time. We want to make sure.
Remember, 2 weeks, free for 2 weeks. And and then they'll go up in price.
Yeah, everyone's got. We're going to make sure we're going to do a full court kind of press to make sure everyone knows about it. We'll be sending out newsletters.
We'll be getting the New York Times to cover it. We'll be on NPR. So.
Yeah.
We'll get
that's pending.
Yeah.
I sent him an email to them.
I think Trump's going to tweet about it. So
he might. So just stay tuned.
All right. Thank you guys so much. It's been fun. Until next time.
See y'all.
Oh yeah, I'm already here.
Gauntlet smash.
Our voice is toast.